When did I know? I actually think I knew when I was in standard 4. But I didn't realize that that is what it was until I probably was 17 or 18 years old. My name is Terry-Ann Roy. I am a 26-year-old LGBT activist living in Trinidad and Tobago. I think you just always know, but in the climate that we live in, it's not something that is spoken about often, and it's not something that's generally accepted. So it's never really seen as an option when you're that age. I have never spoken about this on camera.
Serious?
No! I am an activist. I think there is a myth that everybody has to come out, or that your coming out story has to be a particular way. So you watch TV and, Mom, Dad, I'm gay. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way. I don't have a coming out story per se to say, well, you know, Mom, this is what happened. I don't have that story to give. It just developed over time, and I guess my mother realized, but it was not something that we spoke about. And one evening, she was combing my hair, and I was well into my 20s. I would have been probably 25 or 24, and she was twisting my hair, and we were speaking about some of my friends, and she turned to me and she said, you know, I don't really care who you love. She's like, love whoever you want to love, and I love you regardless, once you're happy. And that was my coming out story. That was it. It was simple. But coming out is also something that happens repeatedly. It happens over and over again. So there may be times when you think, okay, I'm out, and then you go into another setting and you have to come out all over again. So I remember this year for the Jones case, so we were protesting, and you know, I was doing media, I was doing Facebook posts, I was talking about it openly. I mean, I never really come out to the media and say, okay, I am this. Like, most times I am an LGBT activist, and I make it clear that you don't have to be LGBT to be an activist or to support the community. But I remember, so there was a case. The case was a Thursday night, and there was a lot of media outside of the Hall of Justice. And I got a message from one of my friends on Instagram around 11:30 the night, after everything had happened. And she sent me this picture, and it was the Express, and I was on the front page. And I had already made up my mind that, okay, I'm out, I'm coming out, everything is fine. And then I saw that picture on the front page of the Express, and I started to get a panic attack. I started to feel anxious. It was like just anxiety, panic. I didn't know what to do. I was scared, I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to see this, everybody's going to know. And this is me after years of doing activism, of walking around, not caring who I tell, not caring who knows. And I see that picture on the front page of the Express, and it was as if I had to come out all over again. You know, the next day I couldn't even go to work because I was so anxious. I stayed home, I couldn't get out of bed. I had a presentation to do around 5 o'clock that evening because I was doing my research paper. And I literally had to like force myself out of bed. I had to take anxiety meds because it was such a stressful experience. And everybody was like, oh my God, I saw you in the front page of the newspapers. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, great. But it was terrifying. And maybe there will be more moments like that. Maybe it will happen again. And until we change our culture, until we have a culture shift in the way that we view people of the LGBT community, and we start normalizing it, I think these things will always happen, and you would have to continuously and repeatedly come out.